the very first thing is just to get them to realize the qualities and the demands of each character, and was quite astonishing for me because of course this is the first time I'm conducting Mahagoni by Kurt Weill, and to realize that the vocal writing it's really demanding, and you need to have big voices and almost Wagnerian qualities in every singer. So in that terms, we were very lucky to have a wonderful cast of singers who can stand for the long duration of the opera and the dramatic strength and tension of the line, and the rest. The second more remarkable thing is about the strong scenic and musical presence of the choir, and third is the orchestra as a dramatic role, as a dramatic presence, continuous presence in the opera, has a very powerful expression, and very, you would say, expressionistic and psychologically complex. So that makes makes it quite challenging to find the right balance between a very wide and dense and multi-layer writing for the orchestra, influenced by many different styles of the period, but also of the previous periods, together or alongside with, you could say, the use of light music of that moment, as jazz or blues or foxtrot, other kind of cabaret-like dances. So to find the right balance, not only in terms of style of each separate number, but also giving or placing these little lighter numbers in the frame of a big dramatic structure, was also quite interesting and challenging. Absolutely, absolutely, and that music needs from the orchestra and from the conductor, from everyone, a constant renewal of the energy, because it has in most of the scenes, but particularly in some of the big concertante scenes where you have a moto perpetuo in rhythm, or some kind of ostinato rhythms, and in Orate Finale, for instance, the last number with the funeral march, if you lose this on the triplet, the sharpness, it's repeated hundreds and hundreds of times. When you keep it, and when you give it every single beat of the music a new energy and more powerful, the effect it causes on you, it's really remarkable, and it's really stunning. It's really stunning, and the dramatic and theatrical and unsettling and uncomfortable and sometimes even accusatory feeling that produces on you, it's really incredible. There are many. To start with, only to coordinate it's really challenging, because rhythmically it's really as very demanding and very precise. If you lose the shape, if you lose the angle, this kind of still angle and perfect, and if you add everything like fails in a kind of shapeless movement, and you need to have a absolutely driven and sharp and still, like many times, precise or laser cat-like rhythm. So this is already very demanding, because some of the scenes are really big. The choir has a very strong role and very strong and continuous presence, but not only musically but dramatically. So they take part on the actions in a very intense way. They move a lot from one scene to the other, and but they also musically have a very demanding part to sing. So that means that makes also difficult just only the coordination of all the forces, all the different soloists, the four when the six girls accompanying Jenny and the orchestra, and to make this a very good balance with the more intimate more intimate scenes, when you have only two saxophones with a guitar playing with a spoken dialogue, and this balance is also very demanding. To find the right balance between the big shape, the big structure, the big operatic tone of the voices, of the singing, you have to, of course, to give or to bring the singers a lot of freedom and impulse for them to sing, because it's really hard. It's very demanding. For Leocardi has a very demanding role. You need a Clytemnestra or a Herodiad singer. For Trinity Moses, you need Wotan to sing. For Ginny McIntyre, you need someone who is able to sing Lohengrin in Parsifal, to just to resist and to stand, to endure the whole opera, but also to give the right power, the right intensity. But alongside with that, to keep in the voices also the more spoken-like style, flexible and influenced by, in some scenes, by lighter music, by the modern music of the time, of the 30s and also 20th and 30th of the 20th century. It's also very important to work on the precise style. It's so actual, and so it looks like a journalist has written it yesterday, talking about the actual political and economical situation. So we were quite, in fact very touched and very commotioned about when working with Mahagoni in a place like Spain, who was facing difficult economic and social, political moments, and at the same time the atmosphere, the social atmosphere in Spain at that time was especially turbulent because of this general strike, and we felt, of course, we tried to be really compromised to the political and ethic values of the libretto, and to bring it then in the most pure and obvious way. But leaving it, when you go out of the theatre and you see all these pancards and all this affiche and announcing the strike, and you see that there is also a turbulence when the workers in the theatre are discussing about we should go there and shout loudly against the government, and because this is not working, and that situation is not possible anymore, and we have to fight to this, and so you realize that you are You are, by singing or by conducting or by playing or by staging, you are just facing the same problems, the same values, or the same. So we felt really compelled and sensible to the whole situation, and I think everyone on stage or behind the stage or in the pit, when playing that music, and when at the end everyone goes with this, I don't know the name in English, like kind of pancards, or with these big sentences, and everyone felt that it was part of himself, part of his life, his situation, and everyone is suffering in different degrees the difficulties.